I'm Lawyer Greg, and here to talk to you about the lawyer life. Be doing a lawyer life show at least once a week. Okay, we'll come to you usually at a regular scheduled time. Generally, that's going to be Sunday at 3. Okay, but I'll let you know it's subject to change. So tonight's lawyer life topic is why a mentor is a must. So if you're a lawyer out there, this is for you. If you're a business person out there, this is also for you. I'm Lawyer Greg, your friend in law and business, and I'm also an attorney.
I've got my room full of accolades. So, that's me when I was a Navy lad back in the day, okay? Triathlons. What's that? Bar Passage or Bar, North Carolina. Federal courts. Law degree from Campbell University. And MBA from Campbell University. North Carolina Bar Association membership. And Michael Jordan, man, one of my friends gave me that. The guy was always in the zone, ready to go. Typical lawyer's office, I guess. But that wasn't all it was about for me. Before that, I was a computer programmer for quite a while and did lots of different things with computer programming, graphic design, just a little bit of everything. Programming 3D walkable worlds. That's a Newsweek inside cover that we got at a company I worked at. So that was pretty cool.
Lawyers have a whole other life, and they have an undergrad career. Take you into my conference room, okay, where we're gonna hang out for a little bit. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Rober. All right, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull this up on my computer as well. If you have any questions for me, feel free to ask, okay? If you want to call in, you can call 704-751-0416, 704-751-04. I wish I was just, lawyers like to tell people that they are lawyers. Why is that? Well, I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not telling you because I'm a lawyer. Actually, this is a good place for you. It's a great place for you right now because I'm not going to tell you I'm a lawyer. I'm going to tell you that law is a business. So, I grew up, just a little bit of background though, and I'd like to give you a little background. Barrister Association, North Carolina. There you go. So yeah. Grew up watching Perry Mason reruns, right? Over and over again. Probably seen them all, and that made me want to be an attorney, and live the lawyer life. So I got this thing on right now. Got it on my computer as well. One good thing about Meerkat.
That's awesome. Meerkat will do it as well.
But Meerkat wouldn't do the side of my stream. Do you have a law license? I do. I'm licensed in the state of North Carolina. So, anyway, the reason for this show is to talk about law and business. That's the lawyer life, okay? I'm not going to show you the flashy side, although I might show you some flash every once in a while. I want to have my, okay. I see that. So, anyway, being a lawyer meant everything to me. So, I went to school for a lot of years, did undergrad in business administration, did undergrad in business administration, and then went on to get my MBA and Juris Doctorate at Campbell University. It's a really good school. nice school in North Carolina. Really enjoyed it. Called it the Harvard of the South. So, but I didn't take the traditional path. I mean, I came out of high school. I was not ready to go straight into college. I went, sowed some wild oats a little bit, then went into the military. Okay, so I don't know what that says even. So went into the military and really enjoyed my 4 years in the Navy. Did most of my undergrad while I was in the military, and stationed out of San Diego. And man, I can't tell you how much fun that was. I mean, spent a lot of time in the Middle East, about a year and a half on aircraft carriers, porting different places, but just had a lot of fun all over the world. And then was planning on going to law school right after that, but didn't necessarily work out exactly right. Met a lovely girl, Stephanie Thompson. Ended up making her my wife, and she allowed me to marry her. How about that? And we had our first child. So, I came out of school, got a job as a computer programmer because I started doing that when I was about 4, and worked for a few years programming computers and working in Research Triangle Park in the Raleigh-Durham area. Actually in Cary, which is just right outside of Raleigh. And just had a good time. So yeah, so if you got any serious questions about law and business, ask them. I'm reading some questions that come across. So I'm an elder law attorney at this point in my career. I have done a ton of trial work, okay, but that's not just what I want to talk to you about right now. I want to talk to you about the reason you need to have a mentor. The reason you need to have a mentor, not just in law, but also in any type of business. So when you come out of law school, you know absolutely nothing about the business of law. You know absolutely nothing about the practice of law. You just think you do. And you're going to learn by making mistakes if you don't go to work for somebody else. I would advise highly that you go to work for someone else. If you don't, you need to take on a mentor. You need a mentor like me, okay? Or someone who has your best interest at heart, who's going to help guide you through the practice, who's going to help guide you through the courtroom, who's going to help guide you even if you have an office practice, that's going to help you every single step of the way, okay? It's just so extremely important. And you need to understand that law is a business. It's a business. See, you think you graduate from law school and somehow you're anointed with clients. You're going to hang a shingle. Or even if you go to work with a medium to large firm, okay? Regardless, okay? Somebody's quoting cases, Erie Railroad. That takes it back to law school, no doubt. But you're going to hang a shingle and clients are going to just line up outside of your door. I mean, that's what's going to happen for you. And I know that's going to be true because you're just blessed, okay? And you're like the chosen one. Hey, you got a better chance of hitting the lottery, pal. I mean, literally, you got a better chance of hitting the lottery. Yeah, hang a shingle, that's fine. But get a mentor, okay? I'll say this with a grain of salt, though. Or take that advice of the mentor with a grain of salt. Choose someone who is successful in the business of law and understand that it is a business. What do I mean by that? Well, you're going to go at it. You're going to find that you're very limited in what you can do. Your limitation is your time, okay? You're going to find yourself pulling tons of late nights, which is fine. I love the practice of law, and I don't have any problem with somebody who just wants to pull late nights and be a solo practitioner and maybe have one paralegal or associate. That's fine. That's just not what I wanted to do. I've done plenty of late nights. I've done lots on my own, but I want to scale. I mean, that's my goal. I want to scale. You want to grow. The only way you can do that is to hire employees, okay? And you want to hire more employees than you need, Okay, we'll get into a lot more of that in later episodes. You can call me at 704-751-0416. So, a mentor. Obviously, it's going to be an older attorney. But you want to build a practice that you can sell, or that's going to make you, your millions. Oh, wow. We do. We help seniors protect their assets and legacies, by the way. I saw that. So, you want to build your practice, okay? That's what you want to do. You want to build your practice and scale it so that it can make you enough money so that you can take care of your family. I'm still married to the same lady. We have 6 children. And by the way, all the comments, all the knuckleheads, I'm going to block you when I get off, all right? But that's okay. Attorney's first duty is to who? Well, my first duty is to my family, okay? Actually, my first duty is to my God. And then my second duty is to my family. And I imagine what you're going for is that the next duty is to my client. But I also have a duty to my employees, okay? The question was, what's a lawyer's first duty? Well, it's to my family first. It's to myself. It's to my employees, and you have to support them. You have to charge what you're worth. You need a mentor so you can learn all these things. You need to market yourself. You're not going to be able to put yourself behind a desk and just sit there and let clients roll in. They're not going to do it. You have to go out there and you have to let the community know what you can do for them, okay? And perhaps you just want to be a small town lawyer. Perhaps you want to be a big city attorney. Perhaps you want multiple offices all over the nation. I don't know. Perhaps you want to be an international attorney. But either way, you're going to have to be known. And that's going to be your main problem, is not being known. So you need a mentor like me who can help you, okay, to understand the different parts of the business. Because law is a business. It's customer service. It's manufacturing. Is the judge and prosecutor attorneys. Yes, judges and prosecutors are also attorneys. Oh, wow. Okay. I hear you. So anyway, yes, judges and lawyers are also attorneys there, just to answer your question, okay? So you got to understand that there's pipelines, there's sales in law. That's a foreign term when it comes to law. But your clients or your potential clients, conflicts of interest, violation of due process. I don't understand the question. Put that into something that someone can actually understand, and I'll answer it, okay? So you got to understand that you have to go after clients. You have to aggressively pursue clients, and you have to do it within the ethical rules of your bar association. And there's just gentlemanly or ladylike ways to do that aren't going to step on your ethics rules, and but are also going to give you an advantage over your competition, which are your fellow attorneys. I'd like to think you could be buddy-buddy with all the attorneys, but truth is you need haters. You need haters just like we have on the broadcast, okay? I don't understand the statement either. No, the judge and the prosecutor aren't on the same side. Sorry. It may appear that way to you, but they're not. And if that's the way the world appears to you, and you're a criminal defense, or you're a defendant, I assume by the question you're a criminal defendant, then you need to get another defense attorney, okay, who can represent you a little better in front of the bar, in front of the judge, and deal with the prosecutor a little better, okay? Because obviously your attorney is not doing that, all right? Or you wouldn't feel that way. So anyway, I told you I practiced a lot of different areas of law, and certainly criminal defense is one of them, okay? And even in criminal defense, man, DUIs, whatever. Oh, there's a good question. What are DUI attorneys going to do when driverless cars come around? They'll be out of business. So you got to understand that there's a sales pipeline. How can you actually aggressively go after your clients? There are other attorneys out there who have systems in place Systems, that's another thing. You want to stop recreating the wheel every time you do a case, every time you have a case. It's ridiculous. Find a system that works for you. Hopefully, find a system that works for you and apply it in your practice. Okay? Tweak it. Keep improving. Look up Edward W. Demings. He's a guy who wanted to revolutionize the car industry. Ended up having to go to Japan to show them his philosophy. Okay? And he wanted to measure everything coming off assembly line, every process, every part, and constantly improve. And that's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. You guys are going to chase me off Periscope just with the immaturity of your comments. I mean, come on. We got to have a better audience out there. So, anyway. By the way, if you realize your firm is a business, if you realize that you need systems and processes for everything, and that you're actually offering a service that can be systematized very much like any other business process, you're going to be in a small minority of attorneys, okay? Actually, if you're a business person and you realize that, you're going to be in a small minority of businesses. And you just keep tweaking. You keep striving. You keep measuring. What gets measured gets managed. And I hope you're taking notes. I took notes in preparation of this. By the way, the smartphone that I'm filming this with, that's your gateway to the world. I'm broadcasting live on Periscope right now. I'm getting all kind of hate coming through the Periscope right now on attorneys. You can't hate on this face. Come on, man. You need haters. You need haters. What I mean is you can't be scared to voice your opinion. My nationality? Awesome. United States, man. United States. What do you think I am? I'm a Yankee, baby. So anyway, you cannot be scared to get haters or to get opposition. If you're not getting opposition in your community, vocally, loudly, if you're not on the television, if you're not on the radio, and I don't just mean commercials, okay? You can do better than that. You can do cheaper than that. I mean a radio show. I mean fighting for political causes in your community. I mean being at every community event you can that has anything to do with your law practice. Being creative. Hiring other people to be at events for you. Being involved with your local chamber of commerce. Leading your BNI meeting. Your BNI, local BNI, Business Network International, which I'm the president of for the second year in a row. And I love that organization. Love it. Absolutely love it. If you're pushing, doing golf tournaments, man, you know, I don't care if you're good at golf or not. I suck at golf. Grew up on a golf course. Horrible at golf. But I get better. I get better than I get worse, okay? Dude, man, you keep throwing all this stuff at me, all these cases. Clearfield Doctrine. Ever heard? No clue what it is. So, charity work. Do charity work. I mean, the best way for me to feel better about me, and it is, that's a selfish way to talk about charity work. But I'm going to tell you what, man. I love to stay humble as possible, I guess. And I love to do charity work. Boys and Girls Club, local men's shelter. Get on boards. Do charity work. Get to know the people in your community. Help the people in your community. Okay? And I just mean a little. I mean, help get out there and do what you need to do. Yeah, I don't know what Dr. 115 smoking, but I don't even have any clue what you're talking about. But it's late at night, and I'm broadcasting late, so party on, bro. So, all right, you got to become obsessed with your success. That's what you have. You have to do. You have to become obsessed, and you just have to do it 24 hours a day. I mean, look, man, Work-life balance is bullshit. Okay, I'm just going to let you know. That's a horrible misconception. There is no such thing as work-life balance. If you're whining about work-life balance, you need to go get in the back of the line, okay? Or you're just going to be doing quarter-pointed work for the rest of your life. Not that that's anything wrong with that. If that's what your life is about, and that's what you or strive to achieve, I got a family that I owe a lot more to, okay? People need representation. Everybody does. I've done my fair share. I've done a ton of quarter-pointed work and other type of pro bono work, and still do pro bono work, okay? But you need to take care of yourself. You need to want to be successful. I'll tell you something that's horrible about this country right now, and every hater that's watching me right now, okay, is that you don't understand. You think success is a bad word. You think making money is a bad word. Attorneys suck at this. Attorneys are horrible at charging money. They're horrible at wanting to actually charge the client money and understanding how to do it and knowing what they're worth. You go to the doctor and you try to see him for free. It's not going to happen, okay? I don't know what you're talking about either. Money is gold and silver. Money makes the world go round. I can't pay my light bill and happy. I can't feed my kids and happy. Somebody's got to get out there and make some money. And this country has to understand and get back to the point to where people want to achieve and be successful. Okay? So hate on that. You don't have a mentor that understands this, that understands that you need to make money. Lights are a natural resource. That doesn't even make any sense, bro. So, you got to have a mentor that understands that money makes the world go round. That you can't pay your bills and love. Dude, I love my family to death. I love my staff to death. But I bet you they won't love me very long if I don't pay them a paycheck at the end of the week. So you owe your family more than that. Food, clothing, and shelter. Yes, you want to give them food, clothing, and shelter. But what kind of food, clothing, and shelter do you want to give them? That's a good question. Do you want them to eat organic food? Do you want them to go check the prices on that? Money is an illusion for control. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Smoke up some more. All I'm going to tell you is this. Money is what makes the world go round, okay? And that's just how it is. You can't pay for your practice. You can't do anything without a little green. No, actually, that's the Federal Reserve, bro. I'm not getting paid off of it. How am I getting paid off the Periscope routine? I'm not getting paid off of it. I do a lot of work. I want to give back. That's what I want to do. Literally. I want to help other attorneys and other business people understand that they need a mentor and understand what attorneys are and what they go through. So that's what I'm going to do. And I have some other shows, Speaker of the House, with my wife that we do. It's a great show. That'll be on lawyergreg.com, which is being constructed right now. So those will be different channels on Lawyer Greg. So if you don't have a mentor, you're literally in the dark, fumbling around, trying to turn the lights on. You don't even know what you're doing. And you'll work your whole career and want to retire, and you can't retire because you don't have the retirement, okay? Everybody thinks lawyers are just raking it in and ridiculously rich. Oh, wow, my mentors? That's a great question. I'll tell you, Grant Cardone is one. I've got another coach, Bob Demers, that I work with all the time. I work with a business coach on a regular basis. Think about it. What if a company, a corporation didn't have a board of directors or other sounding boards? If it was just one person that was king, that would be horrible. It's not a good situation. Everybody needs to check their ideas and be creative. I have a ton of people that are my mentors. David Teddy, who's a local attorney but very successful, great person to look to. Just keep striving to help people over and over, just to help people and do things the right way. always the right way, but also, seems to get paid pretty well for what he does because he does things the right way all the time. And he represents himself that way. So anyway, yeah, my mentors, Jesus Christ, no doubt, man. Hardcore beliefs, die for what he believed in, right? So who else was my mentor? My father, biggest mentor that I've ever had was my father, man. My father is a consummate hard worker, working every night just to take care of the family. Never had to wonder what was the right thing to do because I don't know what hero means. That sounds like it's in a different language. Hero. All right. He's my hero. My father is. Hero. He's my hero. So yeah, I mean, my dad, Ted McIntyre, he's still just an awesome, hardworking individual. Just retired a couple of years ago. Came from basically nothing, man. Remembers falling asleep when he was a kid in cotton bales, picking cotton with his family. They were tenant farmers, scrounged around to buy a small farm in Lattimore, North Carolina, and ended up having my grandfather, who lived to be almost 99 years old, ended up losing the farm in the end, mainly because he had to stay in assisted living for like 15 years, the last 15 years of his life. Took every dime he had, and he had to sell his home because of no fault of his own. None. Nothing he did. And that's why, actually, I gravitated toward elder law. That's why I'm an elder law attorney. You got to listen. That's another great point. You're going to wonder. I do. I've done a lot of NC real estate law. And what I do involves a lot of real estate law. And I know a lot of real estate attorneys, yes. But you're not going to know which way to go. You're not going to know, most of you out there aren't going to know exactly what area of law you want to practice. You just got to do it. You just got to do it. You got to pick an area and go toward it. You get killed at the crossroads. And let me tell you what I mean by that. You need to make decisions quickly and move fast. Speed is power. And you'll figure out pretty quickly if you don't like the area of law that the road you went down. And you can just back up, or you can correct course as you go along. But the key is to keep moving forward. I can't stand people who are whining. I've been that person. I don't know what to do. I don't know which area. I don't know this and that and which choice to make. Make a freaking choice, man. It's not rocket science. Make a choice. Doesn't matter if it's law or not. Make a choice in life, in your career, whatever it is. Make money. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Take care of your body. Work out every single day that you can. I don't care if it's a walk around the block, 4 times a day. But I would suggest more than that. Get up early in the morning, pop up, 4:30 a.m., be at the gym at 5, knock it out to 6, and get to work early, baby. If you work for a big firm, be the first one there every single day, every day. Run everybody else into the ground. It won't take a month before you'll be the man in that firm. You'll be the person that everybody's looking at like, who the heck is this kid? Okay? I'm telling you. I've been there. I know. And if you're running your own show, like I want to do and that I do, that's just how I'm kind of built, then by running your own show, I mean if you have your own office, then be an example, be a leader, lead by example. I mean, the only level of action is massive action, okay? And that shouldn't be, normal sucks, man. If you want to be normal, then you're going to be literally right at poverty level your whole life. Don't be normal. Don't be a normal attorney. So invest in yourself, invest in your practice, get more people around you than you need. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I've got a lot of one-liners. But they weren't easy to come by. It took me a long time to figure these things out. So anyway, you need a mentor. I'm going to be your mentor, okay? I'm Greg McIntyre, Lawyer Greg, your friend in law and business. You use 150%. How about come up with some of your own on your own, bro? Okay, so tune in. I'll come to you shortly. I got to figure out a regular time for the show. Probably Sunday at 3, but I might start. You never know. I might feel good. I might start rattling off a few, one every night. Okay, so next show is going to be on. Oh, I'll tell you. Here's what's coming in the series. No fear. Do crazy shit, man. That's what I got. Can't be scared to say anything. Can't be scared to do anything. Can't be scared to get out there on every type of social media. That's your mouthpiece to the world. Your phone is your mouthpiece to the world. Use it wisely all the freaking time. It's free, man. It's free. Laws of business, we're going to break down more what systems and processes are. We're going to do that. It is a business, okay? Goals, the magic legal pad, okay? We're going to talk about goal setting. I actually have another special planner, okay, that I use and formula that I use to help me keep my eyes on the prize every single day, which is my big goals. What am I going for? I'm going to be have a McIntyre Elder Law in every city in the United States, over 30,000 people. I'm going to have a best-selling book on elder law out. In fact, my deadline's December 31st. I've been working on it for the last year. But you got to keep the big goals prominent. You got to write them down every single day. Every single day, okay? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll duplicate my planner, and I'll package it in a special way. I'll create them just for my audience and anybody who's interested. And I'll give them away on the show, okay? And that'll be the Lawyer Life Planner, okay? You got to keep the big goals in perspective all the time. We've got apps that we're working on because I'm all about technology and using those in the law as well. We're going for 10,000 downloads. That's awesome. Does the Energizer Bunny wear Greg underwear? Underwear? The Energizer Bunny. Speaking of that, I got to get home. Energizer Bunny makes me want to go home and see my wife, baby. Thank you for reminding me of that, okay? Yes, the Energizer Bunny does wear Greg underwear, okay? It's the Greg Bunny. Peace from Vegas. Measure everything. I'm going to show you how to measure everything. And peace out. Everything in your life, okay? Or at least everything in your business, okay? Because what gets measured gets managed. And you can move forward every day, okay? You got to get your goals right. You got to know what target you're aiming at, or you're going toward nothing. You're just living every day aimlessly. That's ridiculous. Whether you're a lawyer or whatever else. I'm going to do one on drinking and substance abuse too. I'm going to talk about stress. That's what we're going to talk about. Stress. So lawyers out there, don't worry about your CLE credit, okay? We need to get my Periscope broadcast license for CLE credit. We're going to do a show on pushing through, which is getting through the tough days, the sick days. Man, I'm going to tell you something you already know. Showing up's 80% of the battle. I don't care if it's in your relationship, in your church, in your business, at college. I don't care how you feel. I don't care if you're not in the hospital, you should be wherever you're supposed to be. Show up. Show up, go through the motions, convince yourself that you're going to feel great. Don't be negative. We'll do one on no negativity. I mean, if the legal world needs anything, it's no negativity. The legal world, just like many other professions, can be very cynical and negative. Oh gosh, I mean, you have no idea. And cutthroat. So how you're going to do your job, how you're going to be the woman or the man, and represent your clients, do a good job for them, and keep a positive attitude. You show up. You tell yourself you feel great. You look at things from a glass half full approach. Don't spend a second on negativity, not 1 second on negativity, guilt, or regret, and you move forward. And you'll see how much you'll get done every single day. You put enough days like that together, and it's amazing what you're going to accomplish in your legal career or whatever career you aspire to. Okay? So, I cannot wait to do the rest of the series and to show you the lawyer life. This has been the Lawyer Life. I'm Greg McIntyre, Lawyer Greg, your friend in law and business. Peace.